Shalom, giving all praise to my Heavenly Father. His name is Yahweh by Shem, Yahushua by Shem Kakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders that were well. Peace and many salutations to your Ikeonis total and his truth. I wanted to come with a quick sit down. I was just listening to this whole situation with the United Healthcare CEO getting murdered by this guy Luigi. Of course, we know that Esau Edom has a hidden agenda. And I believe that hidden agenda, is to get these 3D printed guns, regulated. Um, this is something that the Biden administration has been trying to tackle for a while now. Restrictions on these kind of guns, because when you do research on these kind of guns, they don't have a serial number, so they could be manufactured and be used without one the government being able to track it, and two, without the government being able to get its share. Okay, so could this be something that actually happened? And this is even more incentive to get the guns off of the streets, or is all this staged in a way in which they're able to further regulate gun usage? Okay. We do know this, that Esau Edom likes to put enchanters out there via the media to persuade people to think a certain way. Okay, so I think this is all. I think it's all staged. Honestly, this is me speaking as a man. I think this is the way in which they're regulating guns. Now, this is according to CNN. It says United Healthcare CEO murder suspect fights extradition. And it says, when you look down, it says what we cover here. And if you're looking at your screen, I'm going to jump down to that third bulletin. It says, man, Majoni was arrested on a gun charge Monday after being picked up while eating at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, following a call to the police by an employee. The NYPD chief of detectives said the 26-year-old had multiple fake IDs and a 3D printed gun with a suppressor, according to the police. Now, this is something that they've been trying to regulate. Okay, I must show another article to you guys. Now, this is according to the New York Times. It says easy to assemble ghost guns have been a major issue in gun control. It says the weapons do not have serial numbers and are sold online as do-it-yourself kits, making them popular among criminals barred from buying ordinary guns. It says the man held in the killing of a healthcare executive arrested on firearm charges in Pennsylvania on Monday possessed what investors believe was a so-called ghost gun, said Joseph Kinney, the chief of detectives for the New York police. Ghost guns made with parts sold online are typically easy and relatively inexpensive to assemble. An alluring selling point for many buyers is the ghost guns do not bear serial numbers. Unlike traditional firearms made by companies and bought for from licensed dealers, you see that, so everybody's getting a cut. They're able to cut out the middleman and print these guns out. So this is could be a way in which they're regulating this. Okay, ghost guns are sold as do-it-yourself kits and shipped in parts so that buyers can carry out the final assembly themselves. This has been sold since the 1990s, but have become popular in recent years, particularly among criminal barred from buying ordinary guns, and have been a major issue in the larger national debate over gun control. So people who can't get a traditional guns, like have a felony, stuff like that, they could use these guns, you know, they could use these guns or buy these guns for whatever reason. Okay. It says the issue became central to President Biden's initiative to address gun violence. You see that? So this issue became central. Right? This is a very important issue according to the Biden administration. Okay. And we know why. All right. Trying to get these guns out these streets, not because they're trying to protect the masses, but they're trying to, get their profit. Right? Because if they were trying to protect the masses, they wouldn't be giving Jake out there in Chicago just guns readily, you know. So, we know that's BS. America is one of the most heavily, armed countries, man. Okay. Since in 2022, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives broadened its interpretation of the definition of firearm in the Guns Control Act of 1968. Solicitor General Elizabeth B. Prelogar wrote in the Biden administration emergency application that the change was needed to respond to the urgent public safety and law enforcement crisis posed by the exponential rise of untraceable firearms. So this is considered, something that's very, 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 important, if they were calling it a emergency implication. It means that this particular thing, these printed guns, is a problem with public safety. So they need to get them off the streets. And this whole situation that we seen happening, this could be a way to get these to regulate these ghost guns, man. Okay. The regulation did not ban the sale or possession of the do-it-yourself kit, but required manufacturers and sellers to obtain license, mark their products with serial numbers, and conduct background checks. Opponents challenged the law, saying the regulations were not authorized by the 1968 law. After a federal court in Texas struck the law down in 2023, the Supreme Court later revived the regulation, allowing them to remain in place while a challenge moved forward. During arguments in October, a majority of the court appeared sympathetic to the Biden administration restrictions, with two consecutives, Chief Justice George G. Roberts Jr. and Justice Amy Coney Barrett joining the legal wing. The reason why you want a ghost gun is specifically because it's serialized and can't be traced, Ms. Prelagar said during the argument. And in September, Mr. Biden signed an executive order to establish a task force to assess the threat posed by ghost guns. All right, so they're building administrations and things of that nature to combat the influx of manufactured ghost guns, right? That are printed by 3D printers. It could be manufactured by a person, right? And there's a surge in this, okay? And they want to get it off the streets for numerous reasons. You got to think the government, has been bought off by whom? By lobbyists. So you probably got lobbyists in the NRA that's like, hey, yeah, we gotta get this regulated. They got they hands in the manufacturing, sector of guns and artillery. Okay, you gotta think the number one thing that America makes is what? Is artillery. Okay, if they're not getting that cut, then that's a problem. All right. So we know that a lot of this stuff, man, is It's a way for Esau Edom to push, his agenda, not necessarily, you know, for the public and its safety. Okay. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Okay. You guys, these policies, things of that nature is not for protecting them again, the population. Because that again, if that's the case, you would be in something about gun control in the hood. It's not about that. It's about regulations so you can be a part of the money that's flowing from people buying these guns. Okay. All right. And if you really wanted to, air quote, clean up the streets, you wouldn't be emphasizing and manufacturing a whole bunch of artillery. That wouldn't be your main focal point when it comes to the economy. Right. You will be pouring more into, the air quote community by building up, people's skill sets so they could, compete in this, economy. No, you want these people to be stupid and dumb, right, and passive, and you want to be able to benefit off of anything that's being made. Okay, so this ain't what you see going on is, it's bigger than a guy that's just mad at the CEO of healthcare. I believe it's our stage through the spirit of Yahweh Shah. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto him that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And who's, despite, gun control and things of that nature, who's being destroyed by guns? It's Jake in the inner cities that more than likely can come from a single parent household or grandmother raising them. Right? These guys want to talk about, hey, we got to do something about these guns and gun control and regulation. Well, why do you push the whole culture of, of gun usage? Right? Why do you allow that in hip hop and, popular culture? Okay, so it's all a big fix, man. Always follow the money. Always follow the money. This is just something quick that I was thinking. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Most High will, it was edifying. Again, I pray somebody edify the name of Yahweh by Shem and Shai by Shem Crocodiles. The water for tuning in. Shalom.